If you're a hooper, chances are you've wondered about some of these questions that I'm about to answer. And they've been crazy common for me this past year. I've traveled a lot, worked with over 1,000 players, and I kid you not, I've probably gotten each of these 3 questions at least 25, 30 times in person. Not to mention all the times that people shoot me DMs about these things. So I figured I'd just take these clips from Q&As at our global camps and make this a super organic video. So check them out, let me know what you think.
How would you enter the zone for a game, like consistently every single game?
I don't think that's possible, but that's one of the biggest things. When you think I need to be in the zone every single game and it's possible to be in the zone every single game, it sounds crazy, but that keeps you from getting in the zone because you put so much pressure on yourself to be like, I need to make every shot. Like who's been in that flow state before where you're just making every shot, feels like, right, we've all been there. Who's been there every game of your life? Good, no liars in here, right? It just doesn't happen. So when you take the pressure off yourself to do that every single game, it helps. I think that's number one, is kind of setting the standard. Number 2 is, I think it comes down to finding what works for you. Like if you look at Steph Curry, dude's like playing football before the game, like with Draymond or whatever. Right? And then you look at some other players and they're sitting there with their beats on just locked in, and that's what gets them in the zone. I typically find that players operate better and kind of more loose, like free flowing, they're chilling, laughing, having fun, because basketball is fun. I think basketball is a more like free flowing game. So I think we should, for the most part, try to find that mental state. But everything's, I mean, it's different for everyone. So kind of trial and error, like if you notice that you play better when you're just having fun before the game, do that, right? And don't let somebody in the corner of the locker room who's getting in their zone locked in deter you from doing that because you feel like you have to be doing that. I feel like that's kind of where we go wrong, is like everyone's kind of trying to adjust to each other's style. It's like, no, just do what works for you. And I think the more you do that and put less pressure on yourself to get in the zone every single game, the better. And you're young, like you have plenty of time to kind of figure this out. It took me a while to figure out, like I was the kid who was listening to like future NBA young boy in the locker room, and I'll go out and just be like uptight, miss every shot, airball the first one long. And I was like, all right, let me just start chilling and laughing, having fun. Next thing you know, I'm getting in the flow state more. So it's trial and error, find what works for you, and don't put pressure on yourself to kind of be like other people who are maybe even next to you getting in their zone. I think it depends. I think it depends on a couple things. One is the type of learner you are. Some people like to go into a workout and focus on one thing and one thing only. And that's how they learn better. That's how they get better each workout. Some people are like, all right, I want to do 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Some people are like, I want to do something new every 5 minutes, all right? So I think, there's some science behind it and stuff. You guys don't care about that. I think what really matters is it fits the way that you feel like you learn the best, and then also do a balance of both. Like if you know that you really need to lock in on a skill, lock in on it. But especially when you guys are young, right, you need to focus on a variety of skills, in my opinion. I don't think it's time for you guys to start really focusing on 1 or 2 things yet. I think there should be workouts throughout the week where you guys are doing a wide variety of skills. So maybe do 2 workouts a week where you're focusing on just one thing that you know you really have to get better at. 3 workouts a week where you're like, all right, this is going to be a little bit wider of a variety. So it's really a balance, and then just kind of playing into how you learn.
I train a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have one-to-one.
True.
Number 1, I would say try to find somebody else as much as possible, which is tough. I know it is. Like I was the same dude who would be in the gym 5 a.m. every day, and it would be tough because it's like nobody else wants to do that. But if you can find somebody else, that's huge, even if they're not the most skilled, because you're actually making decisions and you're able to play. And even if you're not playing one-on-one, then you're able to kind of work with each other and compete, and it's just a better environment. But I'd say the biggest thing that I always focus on is like, is it challenging you enough? Whereas if you're doing wide open layups over and over again, it may feel good because you're making every shot, but you want to find a way. Like the first day, remember what we did, like finishing outside the box, stuff like that, or like jumping from outside of the paint. I could have easily told you guys just go finish at the rim, and it would have been a lot easier. But you guys were kind of challenging yourself, you're missing it, you're like, damn, this is tough. And that doesn't take somebody else to do. So just finding ways, and I try to post as much as I can just to give you guys resources for this. Finding ways to challenge yourself where even in the gym by yourself, you're there and you're like, damn, this is tough. And you're working through a challenge. So I would say anything where you're actually messing up and challenging yourself, that's the number 1 key to training by yourself.
Kind of a double up, but how do you simulate pressure and or reactions in like training by yourself?
That's tough. That is very tough. So I would say there are certain skills that go into being good at handling pressure that we can work on, right? So we can't really, when we're training by ourselves, we can't really train the actual like pressure, right? We don't have another defender. It's pretty much impossible. But if you dissect that skill of handling pressure and you're like, all right, what skills go into this, right? Being able to control the ball maybe outside of your body to protect it. That's a skill you can work on by yourself, right? Maybe being able to turn yourself from here to here is a skill that you can work on by yourself, even if it's not actually handling pressure. So I think if you're able to find things that go under that kind of umbrella of handling pressure and then attack those, then when you are able to train with defense, when you are able to get into a game, you can hopefully kind of see the transfer from these things into that actual skill itself. That's how I'd usually put it.
As always, if you stuck around, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully this answered some of your questions, and I'm going to continue to do my best to answer you guys' most relevant questions on a day-to-day basis. If you're interested in coming out to our global campuses here, make sure to check our website or the link in the description. We'd love to meet all of you guys in person and get to work. Keep killing it. Stay tuned.